Well, thank you so much, and nice that you're all here. So indeed, today I'll be talking about pair programming with GitHub Copilot. And, well, let's just get started. So a quick intro about myself is hardly necessary after the big introduction. So I'm a Java architect. I work for Ordina here in the Netherlands, and I heart open source conferences. So yesterday I was at JFall. And indeed, I'm currently being contracted by the Dutch Tax and Customs Administration. And I have a passion for machine learning, big data technologies, and reactive programming. And that's about it. And you can contact me on X. Well, so let's just get started. When you want to get started with GitHub Copilot, because the time is really short today. And right, well, I may sound a bit stressed. And the reason is that today is also the Bachelor's Open Day. And together with my daughter, I have been to the chemistry, chemical engineering, and biology sessions just before this. So I haven't had time to see any of the sessions, and I barely had time to prepare this. Fortunately, I did this once before, so it's going to be really great, I hope. And it's all up to you afterwards to tell if it is. So if you want to get started, well, you can always start with a free trial, but I've bought a subscription, which is $100 US annually. And just a quick show of hands, because there was this previous session which was really interesting, though, about the talkie and image generation. And I saw them using Visual Studio Code. So I'm an avid IntelliJ user. So I don't know, just a quick show of hands, because I'm always interested. Who's also using IntelliJ, PyCharm, and the likes? So that's about half. Oh, that's not bad, actually. So the other half's Visual Studio? Okay, cool. And are there any other users? So I'm still a VI user. I'm from the Emacs age. Sorry. Okay, good. Well, so you have to sign in. I think that's for VS Code. So I'll be doing the demo in IntelliJ, as you can guess. So I think I've had perpetual license since IntelliJ 9, which is like ages and ages and ages ago, when I was fed up with Eclipse. So, and you need to authorize. So first suggestions. This is actually coming straight from the site, from GitHub. So what you can do, so I'll be doing the demo in Java today. I wanted to do something in Python as well, but I haven't been very active in the Python language for the last year and a half, because it's been like a roller coaster ride as well, just like today and this whole week. Because on Monday I was at the Amsterdam University Medical Center. On Tuesday I was at Radboud in Nijmegen. So on Thursday I was in I was at JFall. Wednesday I worked at the Tax Authority until closing time, 7:15 p.m. and the building was closed, so I couldn't get out. And yesterday I drove home, and tomorrow I had this. So it's kind of a roller coaster, and this is also something. But the interesting that happened, well, you can do these things. So actually, this is going to be, so you can use like method. I calculate days between dates, and you can do other things. And we'll hopefully have a lot of suggestions from you all in the. So because I want to get back to pair programming, because that's what this is actually all about. And who loves pair programming? Because I do, actually. Good, that's what I have. So I'm just wondering, the rest, are they all programming alone? So sitting like this on the laptop and doing, so, yeah, that's a shame, because there's so much to learn from your colleagues, actually. So, and for me, pair programming is a collaborative experience. I'll try to talk better into the mic, though. I hope it's audible. So for me, pair programming is a collaborative experience, and it means that you get feedback, right? So now comes the experiment. So together, let's find out how we as a developer can best leverage GitHub Copilot. And I'd like to start with a few pre-prepared examples to make you feel comfortable, because I know how awkward it can feel to speak out from the audience, but please do. Because otherwise we can, well, it's not so much of, it's much less interesting, right? And after that we'll start pair programming with GitHub Copilot. Oh, I don't know why this is, good, excellent. Hold on for a sec. I need to be patient, because the rest of the session will be with input from you. No, this is not going the way I planned. So I switch to whatever and then play this. So I've got like different development setups. So I've got it's all Java based today. I'll be doing Copilot with Java SE and something with Spring Boot. I won't be doing a Python-based standalone version because yesterday, when I drove back home, because at JFOL there were also sessions about AI, of course, and then I heard that there was no plugin for GitHub Copilot chat. I thought, that's weird. So let me just take a look. And actually, there's a private beta. So if anyone's using IntelliJ, Python, whatever, you can sign up for GitHub Copilot chat for the JetBrains IDEs. And yesterday, so that's what I want to do. So yesterday I was invited while I was driving home for GitHub Copilot chat. And I thought, this is nice to show to you all. It is already available in the Visual Studio Code environments. So let's just get started, right? So let's just switch to the best editor in the world. I'm not biased, just slightly. One question, because so who likes test-driven development? Just one? Okay, that's good. That's not so good as I usually see. Okay, so who of you is actually doing it, right? And what do you mean by test-driven development? Please help me. What do you write first? Please help me out. Shout out. What do you write first? Yes, no, don't you dare? So, a failing test. Good. Not a flaky test. That's my favorite. A failing test, indeed. Good one. So let's start with that. So I've got like, well, because the thing is, so why I wanted to do pair programming and not ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is really awesome. But for me as a developer, when I look at my day-to-day work, then ChatGPT doesn't cut it. Because I have like a product owner who's telling me, you need to write this. And then I talk with him. So basically, the flow is different than with ChatGPT, where you say, please help me make this. Give me the solution for a Fibonacci problem. Well, ChatGPT, of course, is awesome at that. And it's not very difficult, but it's different than, okay, I need something and I want to change this code and I need to implement a specific functionality that's nowhere available on the internet, right? So this is something that hasn't been done before. Oh, good. A question, right?
Yeah, because it's possible to make the text.
Yes, of course. And good. And I'll do that straight away and hopefully, good. This is not one. As you can see, this is not one of my days. So go away. So, okay, and let's make it bigger. Actually, this is the old layout of IntelliJ, so I'm getting used to the new one. But I haven't switched this laptop because for the I have another MacBook, so it's all right. We can manage. So what is this? This is like a main method. No, just go back to the project. Yes, thank you so much. So we have like a Fibonacci interface. And there's a test. So let's write a code. Goodness, it's not my day, you know. Yeah, it's because of the editor. Right, yeah, you're so right. Of course it's because of the editor. Goodness. Oh, good. How do I get this back to where I want it? Because I'm really... Yes, that's the one, of course. Thank you so much. So, okay, I want to... So what? Let's just switch to GitHub Copilot chat because I can show you the old way. But this is actually so I've tried this like during the sessions at the so please implement a naive Fibonacci method. Let's see how this works. So now. So this is, so I never had this before actually, eh? So this is new. Sure, here's a simple implementation of a naive Fibonacci method. Okay, good. Can't make it any more naive than this actually. That's really awesome. Let's just see if this works. So I have a test for this. So let's implement this class. Implement. Yep. Yeah, new. This is not the way. Fit2, right. So, and I want to implement the Fibonacci. I'm really good today. I'm not stressed at all. I haven't okay, good. Override methods. No, let's do this. Which one? Of course, I need to implement this method. Yes, good. It's a bit different from what I did, and it's okay. Good. So let's see if this test succeeds. Import. It's not what I want. Goodness. Yeah, come on. You know, it's not one of those days. Why? Public class. There's a typo. That's why it didn't work. Yeah, of course. Good. Thank you so much. And now we can run the test and see if it works. Good. Run. Calculate test. Okay, good. And this should work. Okay, good. So not a problem in the world. Thank you, GitHub. So please implement. Maybe I can ask it. Do you have a fast implementation of Fibonacci in Java, please? Yes, a faster implementation of the Fibonacci sequence can be achieved using dynamic programming. This approach stores the Fibonacci numbers calculated so far to avoid repeated work. So here's how you can implement this in Java. And first, okay, wait. So now has a Fibonacci fast and implements Fibonacci. It says I can copy the code block, and it can also say insert the code block at the cursor. Well, that's not actually, so please copy it. So I've seen yesterday there was another editor and it had a diff, and probably that's something that this will probably Fibonacci. Yeah, oh goodness. Yep. Okay. Let's do this. New Java class Fibonacci fast. And let's see if this works just the same. Let's see if this works, and we say run. Okay. Yeah, so it's running, yeah, and it's passed. Okay, good. So that's something that we can do. But now let's make it a little bit more interesting. So who of you loves date functions? Ah, good. Well, I've had my share of luck with date functions. So a couple of things to know about dates and times. So there are dates that do not have midnight. So there are dates that do not exist. There are dates that start at like something like 8 a.m. in the morning. So if you so please help me out. Can some of you think of something interesting to calculate with dates? Because now you are the product owner, and please tell me, hey, please, Frederieke, implement something for me because I need this functionality. So just to help you get started, in another presentation there was a person, and he raised his hand and said, hey, please, can you help me implement a function to determine the next Christmas, the days until the next Christmas, right? So maybe I'll just start with that. Yeah, and then hopefully you'll have something as well in mind to think about. So just think about it right now. Date functions, because date functions are cool. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, too much. please implement a method. Please, yeah, thank you. Okay. Please give me a method to calculate the number of days until the next. To calculate the number of days until the next Christmas. Next Christmas. With a local date as parameter, right? Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, well, this time I'm asking a local date. A local date does not have a time zone, right? No, local date does not. The zone dates do have, but a local date does not. It's time zone free. It's for this, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's try this, okay? So, okay, maybe we can also, because it knows about the date utils class, right? And it's pretty empty. So, days until the next Christmas for a given local date. But let's do this first, okay, because I said, anyone, let's start with a, okay, because the days of, until next Christmas, right? That's the, one of the things that's interesting to calculate, right? So let's just, okay, good. Let's have a couple of, let's look at this first. Okay, good. Import static method, exactly, calculate. Oh, that's not there, right? So we have a, can you read this actually? Also in the back? Because it says, okay, calculate the number of days until the next Christmas. For 2020, the 25th of December 2020. So, okay, this is 0 days until the next Christmas, right? Because it is Christmas. Well, this is of course in Ed's case. You can also say it's 360. What do you think? As a product owner, so when today it's Christmas, so how many until the next Christmas? So probably you are right. And 2021 is 2021. No, it's not a special year, so that's good. Okay, 365 days. The 25th of December. No, because the 2020 is schrikkeljaar, a leap year, of course. Sorry, but 2021 is not. So from the 25th of December of 2020 to the 25th of 2021 is 365 days, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you so much. So from the 24th of December, so probably the number is 1 because that's the day before Christmas, right? And yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, well, you're actually a really good product owner, and we talk about that later, because now it's going to be, let's just start with this and take a look at the implementation that Copilot Chat has given to us, right? Well, there's going to be like interesting things, and just hold on for a sec. I'm really interested if it has improved, because there are a lot of bugs in this, so, okay, good. Let's just have a look, because we had found the date utils and I wanted this. Yeah, okay, good. Let's have a look. Right, so now we have the days until the next Christmas. And let's see what this does. Yep. Okay, good. What does this thing say? It says days until, oh, that's all good. Well, that works for me. Good. Let's see what this does. Run the test. Okay, calculate the number of days, and then not good. So it says 0. Well, this is something that you can discuss about. Let's just say that I talked to the product owner, was a different person. I said, no, well, okay, today it's 0 is good for me. I can also change this. Can you suggest a way to optimize? No, that's not the thing. No, please. Right. So I was in this. The method to calculate the number of days until the next Christmas with a local date as parameter. When? No, but the 25th of December does not count. Okay. Well, let's just. Do you think so? I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, let's just see. Okay, does not count. Oh dear, it's really short. Okay, good. Well, just so this actually. Let's just go ahead with the Spring Boot because it's also really interesting because it can do like lots of funny things, right? So let's just get started with the Spring Boot application. Hopefully it runs because it should. Okay, good. It still doesn't like it. Yeah, okay, 0. And let's just take a look at the other tests and then. So usually I take like 40 or 50 minutes for this. So actually there's another test that fails and this one also fails. The 24th of November. And it doesn't say 30, it says the 24th of November. It's just one day until the next Christmas, which is clearly not true, right? So it's really, really, really buggy. And we can take a look at the method and you can see that it's buggy. So, and indeed you can improve it by adding extra words, but it's going to be like really, 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 really verbose. Okay, so let's have a look at Spring Boot and see what GitHub Copilot chat can do for us there, because it has this employee controller, and it's an employee name, it's something from the Spring Boot default whatever application. So ask, yeah, okay, good. Yes, sure, ask away, run away, because I want the interaction. Yes, thank you. Maybe, I don't know. That's because this is only like released yesterday, right? So I haven't had the time to test it, and I will test it. Thank you so much for the suggestion, because actually I think that this is really good and something that needs to be worked on. So initially we only had like you had like this method and you had to wait like a couple of seconds and then it came up with a suggestion. That is what it did previously. So in the editor, which was also really used and can still do that, by the way. I reckon it still can. So if I just whatever date utils and say, okay, please. Yeah? Okay. 3 minutes. Okay, good. Because I want to calculate the day and then. Hold on. Yeah, good. And here. Look, so it's a yes. Sorry. Well, it's this parenthesis problem, but you saw it generate the code, right? Just it was. So let's get with because I wanted to show a couple of things that I found out with employee, right? So please, can you add an address entity? Just to be sure, address entity, right? And it says, oh, of course I can do that. The thing is, so this is basically employee controller, and it has an employee and a database and all that. And eventually there's a controller that returns something, and you can add like, you can ask it to add a code. So basically, this is something. Let me just show you this for a second. Yes. Yes, it does actually. Yes, it does. So I can also say, can you add, because it doesn't add this address, but I'm not doing it. Only has like a postal, so it's an American address, right? It doesn't. Oh, now it does have a country. Earlier this morning it did not. Mind you, because I wanted to say, oh, can you add a country? And say, yes, of course I can add a country to it. And thank you so much. It does it right now, because I'm. Yeah, so apparently it's improving all the time, and that's what I would like to show you. And thank you so much for your cooperation. And if we have lots of time afterwards, then we can do like many more demos, because I think this is really awesome. It's going to help us like a lot. But it needs help because it generates faulty code, just as you saw with the tests. And so that's about it, because just one quick wrap up. My personal experience, Copilot does make me more productive. It's absolutely different from ChatGPT, because I need the business knowledge to write usable software. And hopefully you like the experiment and learned something new today. And otherwise, all the IntelliJ PyCharm users can sign up for Copilot Chat and do it right now. So any questions afterwards, because we don't have time. Sorry about that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Frederieke.